So you're here. Welcome. Time is short. I'll get to the point. Moscovium. Element 115. The biomolecular regeneration of dead cells to restore homeostasis. You know what? I'll spare you the details.
Everything you need to know is in here, from iOS all the
way to Liberty Falls. Need I remind you that what you're about to see is strictly confidential.
Fetch me their souls!
Call of Duty Zombies, a game mode as iconic to the series as its blockbuster campaigns and esteemed multiplayer. A game mode that, while so successful, almost never existed. After the scrapping of a post-credit mission where players would helm the perspective of German soldiers mowing down allies at Normandy, only for that mission to then progress and for the Germans to be eventually overwhelmed by Allied forces, Treyarch's Jesse Snyder had an epiphany whilst dabbling with a rather peculiar game called The Last Stand. It was a classic tower defense game that saw you fending off hordes of the undead whilst protecting and repairing your barricade. It was here that Call of Duty Nazi Zombies was born. It brought together a rather eclectic cast of characters and united them with one mission: survive.
Attention shoppers!
Hi, Richtofen.
Do you like my glowing green ball?
Oh well, he seems nice. In this video, we'll be exploring the zombies of old. We'll be dissecting what makes them so awesome. And I'll also be giving you my very first impressions at Black Ops 6's new zombie mode, so stay tuned. In November 2008, Call of Duty World at War launched. In it was a hidden game mode that unlocked after you completed the main campaign, and it was met with overwhelming praise. There was an intangibility, a ruggedness to the first Zombies mode. While I'd played Modern Warfare's campaign a concerning number of times, I couldn't get my first proper taste of Call of Duty Zombies until Christmas of 2009. I'd saved up all my Christmas bickies and joyfully been extorted $30 Australian to purchase Call of Duty Zombies iOS for my brand spanking new iPod Touch. At this point, the extent of my mobile gaming experience was stuff like Snake 3, Tap Tap Revenge, Doodle Jump, Temple Run, and Flappy Birds. But Zombies was leagues above its competitors, boasting 3D graphics, local and online co-op, even multiple maps with quarterly updates. However, co-op admittedly had its own suite of problems. Co-op on iOS was a ceaseless contest to see if your device would overheat and shut the game down, or if that little thing would become a makeshift toaster in your hands and burn your fingertips. Now, I'll go on to discover that the iOS version of these games was pretty sluggish, and reaching higher rounds was just child's play due to how slow the game ran and hence the zombies moved. But impressively, it still succeeded in mirroring the core zombie experience on an iPod. I still have such fond memories of being at my friend's place and hiding under their staircase from our families as we played Pokemon and iOS Zombies on repeat for hours. A year later, I got my hands on Call of Duty Black Ops on PS3. Everything about it seethed personality, from its espionage, Cold War inspired campaign to its frantic cross-map tomahawking, prestige guzzling multiplayer. There is an unmistakable fun factor when it comes to Call of Duty Zombies. Zombies! The relentless hordes of zombies, accruing points, unlocking new areas, purchasing new weapons, and powering up, all accumulated into a really awesome experience. Not to mention the random power-ups that could appear. We're talking bonus points, we're talking point scumming bombs, we're talking double points, we're talking insta-kill, we're talking carpenter, we're talking, I don't know any more off the top of my head.
Max ammo.
But any player worth their salt knew that double points and insta-kill was the sacred combo. The zombies were equally unique, varying in their pace and their visceral, guttural, animalistic screams. See what I mean?
And whilst exploring Kino de Toten, I noticed something peculiar about the NPC's behaviors. As you can clearly see, when NICKI uses the teleporter, the zombie AI responds accordingly by hitting the club and engaging in their 9 to 5 at the bakery.
Nah, I'm just kidding. They just disappear, bro. But hey, it's a 14-year-old game. What are you gonna do? If you're looking for actual insightful commentary on NPCs in games, check out Start Nostalgic. The soundscape and visuals and ambience reinforce the sense of dread. There was an absolute thrill playing this game with all lights off, headphones on, jumping online with 3 random dudes, working together to overcome relentless obstacles. Like, who was gonna buy the first door? Because you can bet your sweet glutinous Maximus it ain't gonna be me, sugar buns. It ain't gonna be me. Growing up, it was the perfect mixture of spooks and fun. Never bordering on unplayable, but never feeling completely relaxed. When the fighting died down and only one crawler remained, I remember countless nights as we searched every nook and cranny of a map looking for anything interactable in the hopes that it would lead to a hidden secret. Maybe a little bit more of that story that would lead to a hint of who Samantha was. Or at the very least, just play a really sweet song. Understandably, earlier zombie maps had a rather small scope in terms of the actual secrets you can discover. But as a kid, these only added fuel to my imagination, as me and my friends would spend lunch breaks speculating about how the ambiguous narrative all connects to each other. I'd fill my weekends watching YouTube videos, like Mr.
Ruffle Waffle,
showcasing custom maps as I waited with bated breath for the next map pack to drop. I remember so fondly, I'll jump on Five's presidential table, I'll jump on Kino's lectern, and let my game run all through the night to reach ungodly levels, so that way I could boast my friends the next day. Later games would become increasingly complex, offering a more robust suite of secrets. Origins from Black Ops 2 was particularly strong. Whilst I would happily suspend my disbelief in the wake of zombies in space, giant robots, magical staffs, I, as a kid, took umbrage with the fact that there were now dragons and zombies. I mean, come on, what are we, Skyrim? Another touchstone of the zombies experience was Treyarch's commitment to environmental storytelling, a narrative technique that has become renowned in the Souls-like genre. There are countless examples, from dog bowls on the moon, Samantha's room in Der Eisendrache, to the discovery of the teleporters in Dire Eyes. All of it, whether bold or subtle, told a story. But as I grew older and more iterations came to be, I began to feel disillusioned by the series. I personally found zombies to be more pungent and engrossing when they were entrenched in conspiracy and mystery. I didn't realize it at the time, but the unraveling of the maniacal tale of Samantha and Richtofen's entourage had become intrinsically linked to my enjoyment of the series. Oh, wait, what's that, Richtofen?
I'll fill my pockets with their livers! The blood! The beautiful blood!
I don't feel safe. Many years later, with different iterations from different studios, the story has amalgamated into absolute gobbledygook. If you ask me, it has become way too complicated with different timelines and different sets of characters. I mean, chronicling the narratively branching saga is such a colossal task that this dude literally made a 9-hour video about it. Link in the description, obviously. What the heck? Please watch that responsibly. Now, as I alluded to earlier, Zombies was always deeply experimental. The game mode changed over numerous years, varying from Nazi zombies to exosuit zombies to hell dogs to undead monkeys, even these little stinky boys over here. The locations are equally varied, ranging from all kinds of places, from decrepit theaters, Lovecraftian noir, the trenches of World War II. We even went to the moon. And trust me, that is only scratching the surface. And each map brought its own unique style and flair to the zombies mode. Look, I'm not gonna pretend like I've been keeping up and I'm an expert on Call of Duty Zombies. I started to drift the moment I heard Black Ops 4 didn't have a campaign. The repetition of the annual Call of Duty cycle, the distancing from round-based zombies, alongside the lack of innovation, made me completely tune out. Now. Zombies isn't all sunshine and rainbows, kids. There are a few inherent weaknesses that we should talk about. The most obvious to me is power creep. Look, I love the concept of the mystery box. See, back in my day, we were busting mystery boxes, not busting packs or whatever the kids do these days. We would hit up that mystery box over and over again until a creepy teddy bear appeared and screamed into my ear. Now, once we got our LMG and wonder weapon, it was time to pack a punch. You may need to teleport in, find a hacking device, or craft a turbine. Yes, there was crafting in this game. Before you can crack your knuckles and say hello to Papa. While doing all of this, you will be expanding your repertoire with perk colas. Obviously. All this leads you to increased firepower. However, every round the zombies will strengthen too, absorbing more bullets and increasing in number. I need more bullets! Eventually though, after about 40 rounds, even the strongest of weapons, Pack-a-Punch, will struggle to fell a zombie. Not to mention the time to complete each round starts to stretch, really sucking the fun out of the game eventually. At my 13-year-old prime, all these weaknesses would sometimes actualize in me just letting myself die out of boredom. But I think these problems are inherent to the game's core design, and to be honest, I was always happy living with them. Now, with the ups and downs the mode has had over the years, I wanted to take a fresh look at Call of Duty Black Ops 6's zombie mode. And as it turns out, giving my pretty little pennies to Mr. Spencer has paid up in dividends. Blops 6 being on Game Pass meant that I could access this game at an unfathomably cheap price. 2 zombie maps come packaged with Blops, Liberty Falls and Terminus. My first mission was to open the game. Surely I can do a little bit better than this. Ah, classic. Nice area.
Oh, and it crashed.
Then, after a brief interlude, getting my bearings with the new Omni movement system.
Oh, hit fire. Right.
Shoot any target while diving. Right, shift, then... Oh, look. Did I not just do it? Alright, finally.
I can't focus.
Jeez Louise.
Can you put on some Subway Surfers?
I jumped into a solo game on Terminus Island. The map seemed to be some sort of prison with a narrative front. Alright, here we go.
Emergency power the guard's
Health
computer only
bars?
shows local files, and I have no desire to see what he got up to.
How do I heckin' rebuild the barricade? Can I not rebuild barricades? Can I, like, turn off the health bars? Pause timer. Pause timer? Match will resume when the pause timer expires. What? I can't just pause the game for as long as I want? I'm so confused. Zombie health bar, we gotta turn that off, man. Zombie damage numbers, we gotta turn that off, man. That is not it. Let's go! I mean, that was cool. You gotta respect that. That was pretty cool. Yeah, obviously they're innovating, which is fine. That's cool and all. I respect that. Not personally a fan of zombie health bars and not being able to rebuild barricades with points and all that stuff. That just feels like classic zombie stuff that, like, why would you... I personally don't understand why you would deviate from that. I really enjoyed the setting of this map. The stormy island is rich with atmosphere and boasts a diverse landscape, from mine shafts to lush caves to an underground facility. Although a few things took me a while to get accustomed to, like the fact I can just summon a boat and ride around the islands. This just kind of feels like Warzone to me. Or that is, until a stinky cloud tries to kill me. They've also added in some new enemies. There are a few larger brutes that spawn in as you ascend the rounds. Whilst visually imposing and offering a unique challenge, they never teetered too far on feeling overly spongy. Unlike someone like George A. Romero from Call of the Dead. That guy just did not die. The new arachnid and bat-like creatures are pure nightmare fuel. Oh, what the heck was that? What the heck is going on? Whoa! But always felt quite manageable. The journey to turn the power on and pack a punch was a fun one too. If anything, I'd say the maps felt rather easy, offering numerous spots to create trains and live to higher rounds. Not to mention that having Juggernaut and a full set of armor means you can take a serious amount of slaps. Now that's a lot of damage! Next up, I decided to jump into a 4-player online game on Liberty Falls. Right off the bat, I want to communicate that I think the setting to this map is phenomenal. From the dilapidated church, to the bowling alley, to the service station, this map is really fun to explore. I have no idea how, but I ended up getting a double pack-a-punch ray gun from one of the loot boxes that comes with one of the side objectives, and just hard carried for most of the game. Whoa, did that just like, oh my gosh, that just leveled me up big time. Dude, I got a level 2 ray gun, let's go, man. Also, I appreciate that as you pick up new weapons, you drop your old ones too, giving you or others a chance to pick them up if you're so inclined. In the end, I ran out of time and had to leave due to other commitments, so I passed on my ray gun to another worthy soldier. Whilst both maps feel like a bit of a hybrid experience, mixing old and new, I actually had a lot of fun playing them. I'm not sure if anything is going to capture that lightning in a bottle from times past, but I'm absolutely certain there is some serious fun to be had here. I mean, a litmus test for this is that while I'm filming this, I keep wanting to go back and play zombies. Honestly, I think there's enough there for the next generation to find their own fun, make some memories, and I mean, ain't that what gaming is all about? However, aggressive monetization tactics and an exorbitant amount of nonsense I don't need in my zombies mode does leave a bad taste in my mouth. And lastly, the final thing I'll say about Black Ops 6 is that after playing a few more extra rounds, I'd say the mode lacks a little bit of grit. Additionally, adding 5 elite zombies to the map after about round 20 isn't very fun for me. I suppose if you made me rank every zombie mode I played, it would probably go something like boom, bang, pow, wow, zowie, with Black Ops 6 landing about here. I mean, who would have thought that some 16 years later, we would still be getting interesting and thoughtful maps? All of this stemming from that small bunker so many years ago. Zombies is a core memory for many of us. It was a way for us to connect with our friends, a mode of endless discovery and fun and spooks. Taking all these things in aggregate, it's no wonder that Call of Duty Zombies holds a special place in our hearts. If you watch this video and by some miracle was like, oh wow, that actually wasn't too bad, I'd like to watch some more Call of Duty videos from this guy. Joke's on you, pal. Have a fantastic day. All right, you know what? Let's just try the multiplayer. I'm sure it'll be fun. Whoa. Settle down. Ah, hello.
One in UAV. Down.
I got snapped. I'm the worst kind of person. Oh my god! I can't get a kill, bro. I'm a pistol you, bro. I'm a heckin' pistol. That's what you get. What are you gonna do with this? Huh? I guess you can do that. Pistols only. Oh my gosh. Pistols only! Alright, we're stopping pistols only. Pistols only sucks. I don't know who said it that was. Oh, I'm too good. I can yeet.
Heads. Enemy long range.
Oh.
Hard point locked down. Hard point
Oh.
CIA bunch of
Easy,
brown
man.
guys.
Well, that was fun.